we can now get into the topic. Before we start, as we always do, when we're breaking down a topic, we want to crack the definition first. What is the definition? The definition of respect is an admiration or appreciation of someone else's quality or qualities or characteristics. Okay, this is my generalized definition. It's not the exact dictionary definition, but it's something along the lines. It's close to it. Okay, where does it come from? Actually, this is quite interesting. I actually checked. Respect comes from Latin, from respectus, which in turn comes from two words. The first part is re, which means again, as you all know, redo, rewrite, read this, read that. It means again. And specere, which means to look back. So to look back again, in essence, okay? To look back again at someone. Why would you do that? And that sounds, well, what does that mean? Well, you'd look back at someone that requires it, you know? You'd only look back at someone that has caught your attention for some reason. So by looking back at him again, in essence, it means, oh, I'm interested. This guy, he's got something. So this is the origin of the word, if you think about it. Now, what we understand by respect today is a bit different. Okay, I don't even know what people understand when they say respect, disrespect. It's just like one of these buzzwords that people use. But this is the actual origin of the word. To look back at someone. To look again. Oh, okay. This guy, yeah, he's caught my attention for some reason. So, respect. We know what respect is. It's admiration. It's someone appreciates you for some reason or something that you do. Now, just the definition changes everything, changes the context. Nowadays, we've got this ongoing thing of, oh, you have to respect everyone. I tried to get behind it, but I'm struggling to do it. Respect doesn't mean kind and, being respectful and being kind. It's not the same thing. This current narrative that everyone deserves respect is a bit questionable, I would say. I question it, although I have you look at me, I have the tattoo, the bushido, the code of conduct of the samurai, and respect is one of the main pillars of the set of moral principles. Yeah, but we need to adapt it. We need to adjust it to today's times. Respect should be earned. Not everyone deserves it just because. That thing that everyone needs, respect. As I said, I'm starting to repeat myself. It's not. I disagree with it. Why? Because you have to have something about you that deserves respect. If you're just nobody, you do nothing, you stand for nothing, what is there to be respected about you? Just that's my general question. Now, does that mean that, let's say, for example, me, am I going to be rude to you? Am I going to treat you badly? No. But am I going to respect you? Why should I? What is there to respect? That's actually an honest question. What is there to respect? You have to have something that deserves respect. Not everyone has it, at least not in my book. I've said it multiple times. Am I the best person? Maybe not. Okay. So I don't, it's difficult for me to actually respect people. And think about what I'm saying. To respect people, I can respect certain individual aspects or, or actions that someone does, but do I respect the person? That's more difficult. And the more we get into this, towards the end, you're probably going to realize that to be respected as a person is one of the most difficult things to achieve and maintain. But we'll get to this. We need to make the separation that someone can respect, I can respect someone's ability or trait, characteristic, or whatever else it might be, but I just respect just that little part of them. I don't respect them. I can respect, I don't know, let's say you have someone that you disagree with. You say this guy is a bad person. I'll give you an example. Let's say all these terrorists, for example. Hopefully this doesn't get banned when I use the word terrorists. They have these extreme views and they have bad intentions. Okay. I don't agree with them. I don't like them. I don't want to be like them. Can you respect their belief though? Even if it's misguided, misplaced, you can respect their belief and dedication to whatever it is, even if it's the worst thing ever. Just think about the quality that they're showcasing. Although they're doing the worst thing imaginable, you have to have a certain sense of complete and utter dedication and belief. So you can respect that without respecting the person. Hopefully that's made it clear now. So that being said, that why that everyone deserves respect, we need to move past this. Now let's think about where does it come from? Let's think about the almost the origin, the backstory. We need to understand that respect was and still is, this is the missing part, still is essential to society. You have to have respect for certain things, certain people, rules. If you don't, society doesn't work. We only got to where we are because there was actually respect. People respected the rules. People had respected the hierarchy in society. Because of this hierarchy, there was order. Because of order, there was progress. It's absolutely it's logical. It's logical. Imagine 2,000, 3,000 years ago. No, even more, to be honest. You know what? I'll brush up on my just history of humankind. I think I need to go and reread Sapiens, history of humankind. So I know when I speak about the origin of all these things, I know exactly what the time frame that I'm talking about. Because now I can say 5,000 years, but then actually it was more like 10,000. But let's just throw a random number: 10,000 years ago, the origins of society. People that had well-structured and respected hierarchy developed and progressed quicker and better. They followed the rules. Everyone was working together. When you have rules, it's easier to move forward, isn't it? Because everyone knows, say, we're doing this and this and this. There is better cohesion. That makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Then look at nowadays. People, they're just disrespectful. Okay? We have respect for very little things. And mainly, it's money, if you think about it. Who do youngsters look up to? They look up to people with money. What do youngsters look for and aspire to? Money. That's the problem. Money, 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 money. Is money the problem? The main cause of all evil? No. But have we confused our priorities nowadays? Yeah, of course. Absolutely. We still haven't adapted to social media, to Instagram, to TikTok, all these things that allow you to show things, to show what you have, what you do, and make it very appealing. You make it very appealing, other people want to be like you. And then that desire to be like someone else, to show, oh yeah, I want to be like that. I want people to look at me the same way I look at this guy. That desire oftentimes overcomes the person's character and takes over and makes you do things that are very superficial. They're not driven by morals. They're driven by, I just want to do something that looks like that so people can admire me. Or people can look at me and say, oh, damn, this guy. It's very superficial. It doesn't come from a good place. Is it normal to be beaten by this primal desire? Yeah, it's normal. Is it correct? No. You have to work to develop that inner. You have to work to develop your character, your strength of character. You have to do it. I got a bit off topic, but it doesn't matter because this is important. Because we forget about the important things, such as what respect used to be and why people were respected. Okay. And we started looking at other things. You don't respect character anymore. Like you can say, oh yeah, that's cool. But you don't, as we said, the definition. You admire, you look up to much more to people that have material things. This guy is successful, he's got money. We look up to him. Okay, no problem, it's fine. Maybe he's done it in a good way. Maybe he's built himself up from nothing, maybe not. And then we have people, maybe they haven't gotten there, but they're displaying these characteristics. But we go, oh, what has he achieved? And we're very superficial, very superficial. We get beaten easily by our desire to look like we are someone, and not necessarily to be someone, but you just to look like you are someone. That's the same. You see someone with money, and you go, oh, this guy, look at him, look at what he's dressed with, look at his clothes. I wanna, these are so cool, man. Look at these sneakers, I want them. Look at his belt, I want the same. Look at his car, and you want to get the same thing, which represents like a status in society. You want that same thing, but you don't want to work to achieve that status. You're like, I just want to look like I'm this. It doesn't matter whether I am or not. Misplaced